Oh, and just as I started an orb, I love this. Hi, I'm Crushy Baya. And these are my forbidden fruits. Now I can't start over. Good morning, boys and girls. My name is Mr. Buttworth. And the subject of today is... Anyways, this is going to be really hard to do because I can't even be serious about this anymore because this is like the 20th time I've tried to do this video today. And it legit is not even morning anymore. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, but we can do this. I'm losing my voice. Okay, so today, Junior, so let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. Okay, so my name's Crushy Baya. These are my forbidden fruits. I may just be the little bitty tree, but y'all are the fucking roots. Yeah, that's corny as fuck. But I love you guys. Just simply love you. I do. Thank you for being here with me. Like they're cutting down trees outside. Legit, they really are too. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the energetics in this here universe at the moment. Because if you guys are losing your gall down minds, I can tell you why. November 30th, there was a full moon eclipse in Gemini. I was out cold for an entire week with fever, and I was changing my mood like every freaking 30 minutes or so. I mean, not even like 30 minutes. I don't even think it was like, I don't even think it was 15 minutes. I was going from being irate to being a puddle on the floor and then busting a gut with my bestie and with my old roommate. And then I can damn near keep my eyes open. And then I'm channeling like a son of a bitch, and then I feel like I'm splitting in half, stretching up, getting pulled apart, and then I got 2 minds going on, 2 or 3 minds. We're getting, DNA activation going on, a lot of golden DNA. But we just, all we can do is accept the energies and the emotions going crazy, and just try to step into the flow. We just need to go into, our breathing. We just need to step into breathing. And I know that I have high anxiety. So, I mean, I have high anxiety. I've been diagnosed with depression. I have, high anxiety. I've got all the goods. ADHD, go down the list, right? But I mean, it's going to keep going though, because on December 14th we have a solar eclipse in Sagittarius. The frequency is going to be raised even higher. That's temperance, moderation. Sagittarius is. That's the alchemy. I mean, if we're speaking of the tarot, that's the alchemy, and oil and water, they don't mix, but that's what, it's lead, turning lead to gold. That's, they're trying to find balance. That's what we're supposed to be doing right now anyway. Sorry. These are just things I've channeled. These are just things I've been channeling lately. It's the divine feminine is supposed to find balance, and finally defending ourselves and standing in our feminine power. And our masculine is supposed to be balancing, finally finding self-love and vulnerability. And I mean, our divine masculine is our mind space, and divine feminine is our emotional space, and head and heart, logic and emotion. We're all karmics, distorted or divine, masculine or feminine. But yeah, there's triggers of love and triggers of fear. It's the teeter-totter, the yin and the yang, good and evil, and Sagittarius. Anyway, there's creation and completion. Anyways, I remember telling my ex that I was hypothetically, I've always been like a teeter-totter, like a kind of a teeter-totter, like, and I was thinking about the light and dark of the teeter-totter and how we need to come to the balancing point. And, how I'd always been the teeter-totter, and I always teetered my exes, like, like how I'd be, like, we'd have, like, say that we were getting together and, like, or we were together and, we would come to this point in our relationship where it was ending, and they'd like cheat on me, like, and it's like I had just brought them up into the highest point in our relationship. I just like teetered them up, and like, say we've been locked out of our new house, like after, like, or we were just gonna get married and we locked out of the church or whatever, and I'm teetering them up into the church, and so they could get in the window of the church, and I teeter them up into the window of the church. They jump in the window of the church and they walk through the pews and let their other woman in through the front door. And, yeah. Or in through the back door, whatever, I always ended up being the distorted feminine in their world, and I was never really the divine. And it's funny because I always ended up in the mud and the muck of hell at that point. And even my latest, I was the karmic teeter-totter. And it's funny because he's a Taurus, and when the second to last time that I went through this, dark night of the soul, as they call it, I reached out to YouTube for spirituality teachings, because, you need somebody to go to learn, because you start seeking help. And, you have to be careful who you seek help from, because not everyone that knows about spirituality and has psychic gifts is actually connected to their, they're not actually woke, not all of them. So be careful. But one of the channels that I watch, her last month's reading, her December's reading this month's reading for Taurus, which my most recent ex is, the one I'm talking about. Her reading was Karmic Seesaw. Her reading for Taurus, which he is, the name of her reading for Taurus is Karmic Seesaw. And it's so funny because that's one of the first stories I told him, is like, I feel like I was constantly, I teetered him up, and I sat on the totter part and lifted his ass up. And it's just, anyway. But we do need to balance our light and our dark. And because, without the sun, we can't see our shadow, but not to be able to see our shadow means that we can't feel the warmth of the sun on our face, because if we don't have the sun, we can't see the dark. We can't see the contrast of it. And, between the sun and the shadow is an obstruction, and our obstructions are blocks. We need to be able to feel the pain and the blocks. And it's really sometimes that people with this, with that, everyone has a spirit, but sometimes not everyone knows that they have a shadow. And no one can tell you, this is something that he told me, I can't make him watch these readings because I can't tell him what frequency he's on, I can't tell him basically I can't tell him what he feels. And, in order to connect to spirit, you need to feel. If someone doesn't believe that they have a shadow, they can't connect to spirit. Spirituality and psychic gifts aren't the same thing. Spirituality is your connection to spirit. Spiritual gifts do not connect you to spirit. Feelings do. Follow your own truth. Brave patience. Yeah, so December 14th. That's alchemy. So, and not all spirits are holy. Not all spirits that they connect to are good spirits, But there's not to be said there's good and bad. We need them both so that we can equal out, we can even out. We all want to be unified in the middle. But holy defined in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. I needed to look it up because, Holy Spirit, I'm not religious. I am spiritual. Right? Aren't we all? But it defined in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary is exalted or worthy of complete devotion as one perfect in goodness and righteousness. Divine for the Lord our God is holy, Psalms 99:9. Devoted to the deity or the work of the deity, a holy temple, holy prophets. Okay. But if we are awake, we don't seek any longer. But if we aren't fully awake, then we still do need to seek. And if we find someone who confuses our gifts with a talent and not a gift, then, sometimes, Sometimes, it's not about better or worse. To be honest, it's not about better or worse, but sometimes they're just not aware or awoke, but they will think they are, so they can be moved and manipulated, or they can sometimes try to mold or manipulate others. Be careful of yourself being an asshole and molding and manipulating others and trying to, manipulate other people's energies. It's not cool. Being connected to your spiritual consciousness creates awareness. Spiritual gifts do not create awareness. And these are just some things that I've heard, from other people on other channels too. I will not be rock calling today. Sorry. Ludo's not rock calling today, folks, just so you know. That's just the 14th. That's just to cover the 14th, but my main purpose for this read today is to say that these energies are really, 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 really strong. I have not been doing so hot at all. I really actually fell apart bad. I swear to God, that Seal, the song "A Kiss from a Rose on the Grave" has been playing on repeat in my daughter's bedroom. And I got a freaking fuzzball right there too. I've been seeing orbs everywhere. Just all types of fun stuff. But if you feel like you're going crazy for even a moment, like if you're suffering emotionally, if you're highly anxious, if you have a loss of time and place, self, isolation, if you begin talking to yourself like mid-sentence, especially if you're hearing or seeing things, you're really not going crazy. These energies are really, really tough, really tough. Let's start listening to your heartbeat. Start listening to your breath. Come back to your breath. Always, always, always. You're just most likely just disconnected from your spiritual self. Your breath will always bring you back to 0 point. Go out in nature. Go out into the wind. Although that tends to start your heartbeat more and more, like faster and faster. It starts to worry you. Like I started getting really bad heart palpitations. I've been having horrible stomach aches. Like horrible stomach aches. Like bubble guts. But it's like imperative to your breath is in your spirit as well. Like it brings you back to 0 point. Nature creates air, O2. And sleeping creates natural breath, which will bring you back to stasis as well, which will bring you back to 0 point. Water can also heal. It will also remind you of your natural breath. I mean, don't drown yourself, for Christ's sakes. Don't fall asleep in the bathtub. Don't think I haven't thought about it. All right. Just like, but H2O, O2, H2O. Tears will bring release. Tears do bring release. It's healing. Anxiety. It's reminding you that you're alive, and there's nothing more joyful and blissful than realizing that you're still on this planet. Like that's the whole thing. That's the whole shebang. We're here to go through this hell. Oh, I just saw a buggy go past my window. My. But thinking can be an addiction too. Drugs and liquor and ruminating thoughts are an addiction too. Not just like, stealing and shit. Like, thinking isn't a bad thing, you wouldn't think, but it can be an addiction. Removing pain to help use mindfulness, nature. You have to stay in your body, but your body is in your spirit, and your spirit is in your breath, and your breath keeps you in your body. So, you need to be able to feel your pain sometimes, and it's not fun, but it's living, and living is the greatest joy. So, just always come back to your breath. Always. And ground. All right, so on to the next. And another one. So, December 21st is the winter solstice, the longest night of the year. This is called the Yule. It is the night. I believe that. I don't know. There was a ritual where they used to celebrate the moon goddess birthing the sun because it was the longest night of the year. It's a great conjunction, though. Saturn and Jupiter are in Aquarius for the first time since 1405. I just love my facts. I love my facts. This is the way I'm looking at it. Okay, so Aquarius is the water bearer. And in the tarot card, there's a naked woman, and she's watering the ground, and she's watering the lake, the water of the lake. And in this case, Jupiter and Saturn, or Saturn and Jupiter, are in Aquarius. So she's watering the planet named after the Roman god named after wealth and agriculture, so fertile ground. And she's watering the planet named after the Roman god of thunder and lightning and sky, so rainstorm. So Saturn is the lord of karma, so she's going to satiate him. And Jupiter is the giver of good fortune, and she's going to humble him. And so she's going to Aquarius. In Aquarius, the expectation is for them to come together in her humanitarian connectivity. And I'm hoping, my expectation, my spirits say, or what I heard was like the humanitarian connectivity of them in her is that our karma will begin to soften our healing processes. It'll speed up it'll speed up our cycles, or they'll start to close, so they can start to close out. Our gifts can be opened in plain sight if we've asked correctly, anticipated with spirituality and collectivity, or connectivity, or collectively. Sorry, I'm reading this. Like, this was just scribbled because it was like, this is what they're telling me. If we found our flow, sought out our routines, practiced our routines, practiced our gifts and abilities, started our healing, realized our shadows, worked to remove our past karma, childhood karma, started transforming generational karma, found results, shadow work, to remember is to reconnect. Someone channeled Saturn is the power of reward. Also, he stands for responsibilities. He's the granddaddy of karma. Also, he's about understanding our restrictions, karma, structures. What else was there? Oh, where to go? Oh, no. Oh, no, where to go? Oh. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, don't make me do it. Don't make me lose it. Discipline, law, karma structures, understanding our restrictions, responsibilities. Jupiter is about growth, healing, miracles, expansions, and fortune. I have faith that all will be well. Though, like if we, this is starting on the 21st. On the 25th, though, they will look like one huge star in the sky. On the 21st, you can see all three of Jupiter's moons. And you can see Saturn's rings and Saturn's moon Titan, if you use a telescope, of course. But it is my fervent prayer. You have no idea. It is my fervent prayer that we can finally stop these damn karmic cycles. Or like slow them down or speed them up or close them out. Oh my God, close out karma. Wouldn't that be fucking beautiful? To like just stop these cycles and these past like fuck ups that we keep doing to each other, like keep hurting each other. Stop hurting each other. Like, wouldn't that be great? That would be so freaking amazing. Anyway, she can just satiate Saturn and humble Jupiter and stop acting like Santa Claus and freaking Satan. Okay, so. Oh my gosh, I'm only at 2046. So amazing. Okay, so I wanted to pull. I wanted to pull an oracle for you. I can't even believe that I'm only at 24 minutes. Like, usually at this point, I'm damn near at an hour and a half. So, how are you doing? Anybody going nuts? Anybody almost kill anyone lately? I had another trip down Karma Lane. Last time that happened was in January for me. And then it happened last night. And but I know what happened in January. Why it happened last night, I really, oh yeah. I guess I know why that happened last night. So, obviously, I've been channeling a kiss from a rose on a grave, but I also channeled, okay, well, now I don't want to remember it. Okay, well, now I don't want to remember it. I've been channeling a hell of a lot of songs, though. A hell of a lot. Oh, of course. It's one of the same ones that my favorite, my favorite reader of all time, Legato Nun, and my Entrepreneur Tarot, channel the other day, which was, Tupac and, Scarface, and that's Smile for Me. And of course, and when you're channeling, and you need to remember the words, you can't remember the words. Of course, I can't remember the words, but sometimes you're going to see some things in life that's going to make it hard for you to smile. Yep, that's it. Smile for me. Half shitty. And you know what? I have a shitty voice. You know what? Give me a couple hours and a couple throat lozenges and throw me in a voice training class and a couple months, I should say. But I've been doing this all day. So don't be mad at me. I never actually got to the reading. So I'm proud of myself. But I was talking a lot. I was talking a gang of shit. And I had my damn cat come out here five times. And then I gave up because I had a counseling appointment. Yeah, I go to counseling. And I got a therapist. And what? I'm sure I already said that. I'm sure I've already said that today in this reading. Oh. Bear with me. I mean, you don't have to, but I'd love it if, but I just gotta say. You know, does that make it any better? Does that make it better? I don't know. Maybe that'll make it better. Okay. the Great Conjunction. Since 1405 is 2020. That's like 615 years. 615? Okay. Well, what was on the bottom was second house. And I don't care that it's on the floor. Fifth house, creativity, is number 11. It's actually 29, but fifth house, creativity. I'm going to take one more because it fell on the floor. Not that it's going to stay on the damn table if I'm shuffling over my freaking legs. So, let me just tell you a story about my car. Since the whole reason I started this channel, I called it the Forbidden Fruits, is because I've been, I'm a nightmare in my life. My life is going to be absolutely fucking phenomenal, but it's been for shit. I've got 2 felonies hanging over my head right now. For fraud. I haven't killed anyone. But, apparently I'm just not a good person. Apparently I'm like addicted to meth, and I mean, I fuck anything that walks, and, you know, I cheat on every man that I've ever been with, and I don't know. We're not perfect people, and we've all eaten forbidden fruit. We're all sinners from the minute we are conceived, or the minute we're thought of. No one is innocent in this world. And that forbidden fruit is so damn delicious. It's so good. And I swear to God, it's that damn song. Anyway, it's a Christmas channel, dude. It's a Christmas channel. They're not playing Seal. Okay, I'm sorry. It's that damn energy show. It's moving faster. I called it my Forbidden Fruits because I wanted to be able to share with you that, you know, everybody goes through this shit. Everybody does. And I may be, you know what, hell, I may be way worse off than you right now. And maybe not. But maybe I make you look so good. And maybe I just make you laugh. But you know what? I gotta tell you what, if I didn't laugh, I might murder. I might be having 3 felonies, or 4, or 5. But life is supposed to be a joy. And it also has to have pain, or there can't be the dark without the light. There can't be the bad without the good, you know, or the good without the bad. There wouldn't be. It couldn't be. And that's why there has to be forbidden fruits. So there can be fresh fruits, and there has to be rotten food, so there can be ripe. I know it doesn't sound good. Like, I know that, you know, maybe even the nun will say something like, don't go on her channel. She's got forbidden fruits. It's a horrible name. But it's got to be forbidden. It's got to be. I got to be honest with myself. I'm sharing the bad times so that I can come into being fresh. And you know what? I don't even got to be fresh. I can be 4 days old. Maybe eventually I'll change it to Crushy Vias 4 days old fruits. 4-day-old fruits. But for right now, I'm still forbidden. Because I haven't made it to the middle of the teeter-totter yet. You know? I haven't made it quite to the gray area, quite to neutral. I haven't made it to my 0 point. I haven't made it quite back to stasis. I mean, I did make it to stasis because I slept for like, I don't know. I mean, I did and I didn't. Well, why not? know if we'll take Virgo, but I don't know. It is Saturn return. We're just going to read these shits anyways. They probably don't have shit to do with shit. But we're going to take them. Because I'm too lazy to keep shuffling, and I was just talking. And anyways, I'm going to tell you about my fucking car while I'm looking this shit up. I got all distracted, and I started thinking and asking my guides questions, and my guides were answering my own questions. These are my own fucking personal questions, but I slept for days, and I came back to stasis, and I slept for days because I had a ghosting, and it was not fun, but so I'm just going to show you these, since I already showed you 5th house creativity, which is a number 11. This is Saturn return age, number 550. And I'm sorry. I used my phone. I gave my kids my electronics, and they're not with me right now. I lost him for a year and a half. I got him back for a month and a half. And I fucked up again, and I lost him again. And this is Virgo. I analyzed number 18, which is number 9. So it's 5, 9, 11. And this is the Black Moon astrology cards. I love Black Moon Lilith. You know the story of Lilith? I'd look it up if I were you, if you don't. By Susan Shepard. So we're going to go into number 18 first, but we're going to go into number 50 first, Saturn return. And Jupiter return is right before Saturn return. So this is pretty damn fitting. Saturn return, age. They always say time changes things, but you actually have to change them yourself. Andy Warhol. Saturn is the Lord of Karma, shatters all illusions. It takes approximately 29 years for Saturn to orbit the sun. So the first Saturn return happens around the age of 29. It marks a period where childish things must be put away. There is no more getting ready to live your life. It is time to live it and be responsible for your own dreams, goals, and affairs. If you hold on to things with no basis in reality, your suffering will grow and depression may follow. Sounds about right. Shit! You cannot escape this truth-seeking energy. You must face it. The second Saturn return occurs around age 60, when you become aware of your own mortality. You may become keenly aware that you may not have enough time left to achieve your goals. Often there is a paring away of what is not essential, but for those who have not acted wisely, this may become a difficult transition. See, I'm 41, so apparently, for those who have not acted wisely, this will be a difficult transition. When this card is drawn, it feels as if nothing goes right for you, and you may feel very discouraged. Just as it seems as things were progressing, there are obstacles. This truly is Saturn showing you a part of your life that you may not have been based upon anything real. It may have outlived its purpose, or perhaps you misjudged a situation, thinking it better than it was. So how 41 subtract 29. I don't know. You do the math. I can't. In truth, and Saturn is the planet of truth. Saturn returns are all about correction. Saturn corrects any area which isn't based in reality. It might be a romance, business deals, education paths, partnerships, or marriage. This card is pointing at something out to you that may not have been genuine in the first place, and that should probably be let go. Whatever is shaky in your life won't last and probably isn't meant to. If this card is drawn, you will not be given a pass, and the matter in question will not progress as easily as you might want it to. But more positively, this marks a time when things are solidified. Whatever you accomplish currently will have permanence to it. You will have worked hard, and your hard work will pay off, gradually growing more successful over time. You may feel a sense of time running out. If any partnership is now being formed, that lover or partner may be older or in better standing than you. Pessimism may figure in and you may be compelled to give up on something you believe in dearly. Saturn is a planet of time and measure and signifies hair turning gray or skeletal bone problems. Dental problems are common with this transit. Saturn returns tend to bring rough passages but also a harvest. You are now at a time when you understand things better than you did even a year ago. It is time to be brave and face this important passage. There are no quick fixes when this card turns up. Know what you can and cannot do. Take life in a measured way, much like this planet of time already does. Let go of your illusions, for they do not serve you. You are down to brass tacks now. Time to see what you are made of. Saturn return card in brief. Weight, Earth, the physical world, the feeling of life's immensities. Life's harshness, moving past hardships, another chance, paying your dues, what lives beyond the dream. Sorry. Ambition, late December and January, doing things in a measured way or at the right time. Building a foundation, being steady, responsibility, waiting it out, bleakness, aging, and dealing with the aged. Nursing homes, sickness, endings, fortitude, endurance, releasing what does not work, feeling pressed for time, feeling stuck, being boxed in, frustration, father and older males, deserved success, the colors brown, black, and gray, what endures, facing the truth, a time to get real, a reality check, stripping things bare, clearing the past, karma, faded relationships, emotional coldness. Corresponding tarot card, judgment. Key ideas, difficulties, paying your dues. Oh my god, that freaking phrase. Moving on to the next level, putting the past behind you, correction. All right, Virgo, I analyze. Oh, I know a Virgo. My friend Trevor, who passed away, was a Virgo. Do not anticipate trouble or worry about what may never happen. Keep in the sunlight. Benjamin Franklin. All right. Worry and organization are the key traits of the sign Virgo of this card. Virgo is picky and exacting. They can be insanely organized. They are very helpful to others. They tend to be critical, but usually this criticism is applied to themselves. They are conscientious and highly intelligent. Virgo natives prefer to step back and analyze before moving ahead. Virgos are true worrywart. Much of their worry focuses on health, possible disasters, and any hidden change in which they dread. They would much prefer to return to simpler times. The sign of Virgo governs the 6th house of health, natural remedies, and analysis. Diet and nutrition are also dominant themes for this Mercury-ruled sign. Virgo natives make the best doctors, nurses, health workers, teachers, and librarians. They are excellent writers, but not so much public speakers. They abhor bringing attention upon themselves as they feel this might attract criticism. They have brains that buzz like bees, and this can be exhausting. Virgos are highly strung, overthink, and plan against what might go wrong, and hate when things do go wrong. Asshole. Virgos shy away from chaos and detest disarray. It isn't unusual for Virgo natives to keep books and musical collections in alphabetical order. The everyday chaos of life causes them to fret, leaving them restless and nervous. They tend to suppress what they are feeling, which can bring stress-related illnesses. Those born under this sign love cleanliness and have diligent hygiene habits. Oh my gosh. Oh, I miss them. They fear disease and germs. If this card presents itself during a reading, look to concerns about health, lifestyle, and your job. If you are expecting things to go normally or as planned, that will not likely be the case. Oh, come on. Watch out for critical people who seem to pick at all you do, or perhaps you are now the picky person. Damn, isn't that everybody I know? Anybody else have that issue? I don't know. Your mind may be leaked by worries. Some of them health-related. Other worries may be that things have gotten out of control. This card seems to indicate hospital doors, meaning medical tests and visits to the doctor. Alternative health approaches and a better diet may appeal to you now. I'm thinking this is about the breath. I'm hoping this is, and like the crazy making. Yeah, okay, see, here it is. Dealing with health issues, the workings of your own body as well as those of your family and friends may factor in, but you could be plagued by worries that border on a hypochondria. You may feel that you have every disease you read about or learn about. You may begin to have symptoms with little explanations why they occur. You may go in for medical tests, but this card does not necessarily indicate a serious illness. This card often signifies a good time to get rid of your clutter. My goodness. Oh, living a cleaner life, focusing on details and doing what needs to be done. Are now your life focus. Other concerns could be your daily routine. I did say routine. 9 to 5 responsibilities and mundane goings on that may need your attention. Getting organized will enable you to get where you're going. This card suggests you need to be more reliable in your approach. Problems won't go away. You must work. And then they must be addressed. Virgo is a gentle sign, typically mild in nature with a fondness for small animals as well as feelings towards the planet world. Well, my hamster does have the Christmas channel going on in there. Maybe it's the hamster. Noticing the important details, being fully present at work, drawing upon the wisdom of critical mind as well as attention to health and diet are subjects. Okay. Analysis, summing up a situation, evaluation, becoming organized, ridding yourself of clutter, correcting matters, being conscientious, medical visits, hospitals, nursing homes, health concerns, working of the body. Oh, dude, I'm really sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have pulled these, especially this one, because I'm like talking about my bubble guts and stuff, the gastrointestinal tract, the nervous system, and I was talking about anxiety. I mean, yeah. Job and career, the 9 to 5 world, getting ready for work, working for others, serving others, okay, being selfless, cleaning up other people's mess. Changes in the job or workplace, opening a business, numbers and figures, shyness, feeling left out, not speaking up when you should, writing, books, bookstore, and libraries. Okay, well, I did talk about isolation too, okay. Growing a garden, obtaining a new pet, anxiety and worry, okay, constant fear of not being perfect or of underperforming, the hermit. Daily routine, okay, corresponding card, the hermit. Key ideas, daily routine, the body, healing, worry, details, usefulness, hospital doors. Okay, that's that one. And now I am getting really worried because I really do need to respond to her. What time is it? Oh my goodness. 47:47. I just looked at that. You can see my butt. Really bad. Okay. Alright. Oh! Everything's falling apart right now. Alright. Last one. Number 29. Fifth house. Creativity. I don't even think I'm going to pull anything else after this. And I don't even... This probably has nothing to do with whatever I just said, but I'm putting out this reading. I'm doing it because I need to let you guys know what's going on. And I'm skipping over the... Oh my gosh. Anyways. Just in case y'all are losing your shits, okay? Every child is an artist. The problem is staying an artist when you grow up. Pablo Picasso. I don't know if he lost an ear. I don't know. I know that once his nuts lost his ear, fighting with whatever's nuts is, right? Be happy. Give yourself the gift of happiness. Didn't I say something about that? If the zodiac had a fun house, it would be the 5th house. Pleasure, creativity, and children are all the elements of this house. Being ingenious and in the limelight is another element. We find our childlike imaginations through storytelling and fantasy. Playing is very much what the 5th house is all about. That's why this is a part of the chart that rules over romance, especially the beginning stages. As children, our imagination knows no bounds, and we indulge in creative performances. When as adults we dip into this field, we allow our minds and hearts to roam free and produce masterpieces. When the 5th house brings romance, we also enter into a kind of playfulness, a sensuous... Oh, I can't even do this, you know. When the 5th house brings romance, we also enter into a kind of playfulness, a sensual joy that happens inside the playground of adulthood. This card turning up into a reading indicates that you have created or will begin to create something to be proud of, something that will bring others joy. It may have you on a stage or just in an area where adults can let down their hair and become as children, responsive, joyful, and free. You can expect the completion of a project or the accomplishment of a significant goal, which there will be a celebration. You have put hard work into a project and will now see the results. Gifts, parties, gatherings, premieres, galas, or even a wedding may figure in. You could become involved in a school setting with children or mostly young adults. Since 5th house is the natural house position for the sign of Leo, someone close to you or a potential lover, a mate, or the two of you together will make a striking appearance. It's time to go out and be seen. This card may turn up during the time of a budding romance. Perhaps your current relationship will go through a positive transformation, or perhaps there is a new potential mate on the scene. The 5th house is also strongly tied to artistic expression, meaning art of any kind, from painting to drawing to creating stage sets, costuming, writing stage and screenplays, making films, as well as music. If you're a parent, the 5th house stands... Sorry. 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 If you're a parent, the 5th house stands for your children. It also stands for other offspring, such as grandchildren and sometimes even friends of your children. This card showing up could indicate that a younger relative is about to be singled out for special acknowledgement. The Jupiter card appearing next to the 5th house card in a spread points towards awards, while the Saturn card next to the 5th house card could indicate a depression, or the showing up of energy, or the feeling of being stuck. If it were the Leo or Neptune card, it could indicate or designate creativity and abundance. The 5th house card is all about feeling joy and creativity and self-expression with a promise of a jubilant return to childhood. It can denote a carnival-like atmosphere where life becomes a three-ring circus, but usually in the best way possible. It is all about multitasking, taking on more than expected, and then making a spectacular success of it. This is the card of the mastery and victory. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I can't put it on Do Not Disturb or I don't get to talk to you guys. It's just silence. Okay. This is the card of the mastery and victory, and in a deep way, such as that which you already carry inside of your heart. All is possible now. The most important thing is to move forward. The 5th house and breathe. Anyways. Pleasure, laughter, parties, getting a rush, attraction, the early stages of romance, or the joyous element found in a healthy romance. Flings, lovemaking, weddings and marriage. Children, childlike delights of the soul. Being proud of offspring or students. Pride, acting in a dignified or noble way. Being of a pure heart. Art and the creative impulse. Creating for dramatic or public purpose. The public. Appearing in front of an audience. The stage. Applause. Stage plays at schools. Making movies and videos. B-movies. The entertainment business. Graphic novels. Games and puzzles. Expressing your creativity in a unique and inventive ways with a view to presenting your work in a public forum. Corresponding tarot card. 6 of Cups. Key ideas. The bliss of childhood, creativity, the stage, staying open, hobbies, having fun, festivities, free expression. The reason that I'm doing this is because I'm supposed to put out the information that I receive. I'm supposed to let people know about the things that I know, because knowing these things and keeping them to myself, I've been told time and time again that it's bad. It's not okay. And I'm completely isolated. So I don't know how else to do this. To do what I'm supposed to do anyways, without doing it like this. And I don't know how many people, if anyone, will watch my channel. And damn it, I don't care. I'm just doing what I was told to do. And I love you for watching. I love you for not watching. I love you, phone, for recording. I love me, Krista. Damn it. Krajivaya. For finally recording. I love you, kids. For insisting for the last 2.5 years that I do it. I love you, Maddie, for buying me the Chromebook that isn't really in top-notch shape that I gave Defiant to use. That you bought for me to use to do this with. And I just love that I just spouted off all these people's names. I love you, Trevor, for being one of my first dead people talking. I love you, YouTube, for being one of my first friends. I just want to say thank you to anyone listening ever. Ever. I want to thank you for being with me through my emotions, because like I said, damn this energy. And I really hope that you guys all survive through this. Really, I do. And honestly, I legitimately, I know I just said legitimately 6 times too. I just looked out the window and I was living at my old apartment complex that I lived with my daughter's dad. For real, I just got a glimpse. I looked out the window and it was seriously my old apartment complex. I could not tell you how or why, but across the street was the little mall, strip mall, and friggin' Subway, and I don't even know. Shit's getting weird, man. I cannot be by myself anymore, too. Like, legit, I can't live alone. I can't live with animals either, because I'm surprised this cat has not been out here screaming her fucking head off. But I'm really sorry that I swear so much as I do. I'm sorry that there's no background noise, that I didn't have any little music playing. I appreciate your patience with that as well. I really appreciate your patience with me. I hope that everything that I said was understandable. I do have faith that all will be well. And just like I saw on the side of a van one day standing outside of one of my favorite friends' houses, shit's always fresh and always on, even though it's forbidden. I love you guys. I really do. And from my very most humble heart, I appreciate you, because without you, there wouldn't be me. Thank you so much. Bye.